I'm pregnant. What do I do now? The news of a pregnancy brings a torrent of emotions to the mother-to-be: joy, a sense of accomplishment, concern for the baby's health, anxiety, and a series of doubts about the first care that will be needed. Ideally, pregnancy should be planned in advance and some habits already incorporated into the routine to prepare the body and mind for pregnancy. Gynecological exams such as Papa Nicolau, blood and urine are done at this stage to assess the woman's health and provide treatments in food supplements, if necessary. This is the case, for example, of starting the use of folic acid, a vitamin compound of the B complex that is very important for the neural development of the fetus and which should be taken throughout the first trimester of pregnancy. And ideally, started 3 months before pregnancy. But, as anything can happen, if the pregnancy is a surprise, there is no reason to worry. All care will be duly observed during prenatal care to ensure the good evolution of the pregnancy and the health of mother and baby. See what are the first precautions in pregnancy after taking the test and having a positive result. First care in pregnancy. Start prenatal care. The first thing after confirming the pregnancy is to make an appointment with the obstetrician-gynecologist to start prenatal care. If you already have a trusted doctor, great. If not, ask for referrals to relatives or friends who have already had children. The most important thing is that you feel comfortable and safe and create a relationship of trust with the professional. After all, he will accompany you throughout the pregnancy and will be your reference for guidance and clarification of doubts about your health and that of the baby you are carrying. On my way. Health authorities recommend at least 6 appointments during pregnancy to ensure adequate care for the woman and baby. The frequency of consultations varies according to the clinical condition of each pregnant woman and the recommendations of the accompanying physician. In general, up to the 7th month, visits are monthly, in the 8th they can be fortnightly, and in the last month they are weekly to monitor the baby's evolution and the mother's conditions for childbirth. Provide a battery of tests. The first prenatal consultation is usually the longest of the entire pregnancy. In addition to analyzing the entire health history of the woman and her family to anticipate possible complications, a battery of blood and urine tests will also be requested. Do not be alarmed by the number of them. The objective is to assess your general health and identify if there is any special risk for the good evolution of the pregnancy and which will need more rigorous follow-up. The main tests requested include the complete blood count with platelet count, blood glucose test, serological tests for HIV, syphilis, toxoplasmosis, CMV, rubella and hepatitis B and C, blood type test and Rh factor, indirect Coombs test for Rh-negative women if the child's father is Rh positive. This test will be repeated monthly to assess whether there is the presence of antibodies in the mother's blood against the Rh positive and which may bring risks to the baby, and also urine tests. Remembering that other exams may be requested at the doctor's discretion. Do the first ultrasound. The first ultrasound is one of the first precautions during pregnancy. It should be performed soon after discovery, between the 6th and 8th week. It is performed intravaginally or transvaginally, and its main objectives are to visualize the embryo, the presence of heartbeats in the fetus and the gestational sac, confirm the gestational age and estimate the probable date of delivery and assess whether the embryo is implanted in the uterus. Uterus or outside it, ectopic pregnancy, in addition to detecting an early twin pregnancy. It's possible the ovaries and cervix are also observed. In this first ultrasound, it is already possible to hear the baby's heartbeat, which is fast and strong. Do the second ultrasound. The second ultrasound should be performed between the 11th and 13th week of pregnancy, when the baby's development is evaluated and the nuchal translucency test is performed, which is the measurement of the neck and nose bone. Alterations in these two measures, such as excess fluid in the back of the neck or the absence of the nasal bone, may indicate alterations in the chromosomes, malformation, or some genetic syndrome, such as Down syndrome. In case of alterations, complementary exams will be requested for the investigation. Take care of food. Some women feel very nauseous in the first 3 months of pregnancy, which can make it difficult to eat properly. But it is necessary to insist and invest in a healthy diet with lots of fruits, vegetables and legumes. After all, your baby will need all the nutrients, vitamins, and minerals to develop healthily. More important than quantity is the quality of the food. It is preferable to eat more often in small portions than to eat large heavy meals. Give preference to whole carbohydrates, such as bread prepared with whole flour, brown rice, oats, etc., as they help to regulate intestinal functions that may be slower during pregnancy. Consume lean meats, fish, nuts such as Brazil nuts, seeds and dairy products such as yogurt, take mushrooms and cheeses for protein. Avoid sweets and drinks with a lot of caffeine, which can compromise your baby's weight gain. Eliminate cigarettes and restrict alcohol. Cigarettes compromise intrauterine growth and may increase the risk of miscarriages. If it is not possible to quit smoking, the expectant mother should reduce smoking as much as possible to avoid harm to the baby. Alcohol, in turn, can cause malformations and affect important structures in your child's growth in addition to causing neurological disorders such as hyperactivity and irritability after birth. Do physical activities. Light physical activities, such as walking, help relieve swelling, reduce the risk of hypertension and gestational diabetes, and help control weight. In addition to releasing serotonin, responsible for the feeling of well-being. If there are no medical restrictions, be sure to do some activity during this phase. Yoga, Pilates, swimming and hydrogymnastics are also good options. But always consult your obstetrician before starting an activity. Some habits and attitudes can provide a more enjoyable and safer experience for both you and your baby. Check it out in the banner below. First care in pregnancy. Do not self-medicate. There are many restrictions on the use of medication during pregnancy, as several substances can compromise the baby's development, cause malformations and miscarriages. Therefore, never self-medicate. Always talk to your doctor about major discomforts such as headaches, excess gas, or back pain, common during pregnancy. If there is a need to take any medication, only the obstetrician can make the best indication. Rest. The feeling of tiredness is very intense throughout pregnancy. There is the excess of sleep in the first few months and the heaviness in the belly in the last ones that make daily tasks difficult. It's natural, as your body is overworked and having to work to meet your needs and those of your growing baby. Therefore, it is very important that you rest and avoid heavy activities. We hope that these guidelines make you feel more relaxed and help you enjoy this long-awaited "I'm pregnant" moment to the fullest. Do you have any questions about the first care in pregnancy? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to our channel. Until the next video.